UK train travel in particular, quite expensive and fares keep going up, but the service doesn't get any better. Underground, more reliable. I know there's often line closures, etc., but trains can be a bit hit and miss, especially if you're going somewhere. I had to get the train recently to Luton Airport from East Croydon, and it was fine on the way there, but on the way back my train was delayed, so it just didn't show up.
I only use the train for commuting, so that's between Boxshore Village where I live, and it takes me into Manchester Piccadilly. My experience with Northern Rail, awful, horrendous. Trains cancelled at the last minute most weeks, if not every week. Late all the time. They get terminated at random stations and we're all have to go. The excuses range from unbelievable to chaotic to ridiculous. The one thing Northern Rail is good at is refunding when trains are cancelled and giving you delay repay compensation. So in some ways, Northern Rail actually pay me to get to work, because by the time I've got 100% refund and delay repay compensation, I've usually been paid to go to work. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do I think about the UK rail network? It's 1.5.
I don't tend to use the trains that often anymore. I did when I was in uni, because I used to travel through to Edinburgh about 2 or 3 times a week. For the costs I think have gone up recently, but we still use a rail card, which does bring the price down significantly. I think that's really useful for students to have as well. The only thing I can think about in a negative experience would be when I used to travel back and forth to Edinburgh. Whenever there was any form of snow or frost or anything like that, the trains did tend to be stopped after a few stops, and then you'd have a replacement service.
I'm going to be honest, the service is good. It is good. And the trains are much nicer than they used to be. I do like the trains. I think the trains are a good service, very expensive. And it's more like a luxury